Okay, so the next session we got coming up here is one of the in-house ones about on-demand specialty finishing for digital print. I would like to introduce Mr. Brad Drever. We're going to roll right into a demo of the DURApro Multi 540 laminator. So Brad, can we get that popped up here?
So today we are going to show you the DURApro Multi 540A, which is our all-in-one laminator. Does single-sided, two-sided, and your digital foil, our LAMpro films. So what I want to show you here right now is we've got it set up for doing two-sided lamination. It goes up to 15 meters a minute, and this machine we'll bring you up and we'll zoom in here on the rollers here now. So what we've got here is we've got our preheat rollers, which is a silicone coated roller with a heating plate, and then your nip roller, which is a silicone rubber roller. For excellent way to do two-sided lamination, and the thing about this is that this heavy-duty silicone steel roller allows the unit to be able to heat your product, heat your laminate film at a much faster speed. And down here in the feeder area, in the feeder area, we've got a suction feed deep pile feeder that will feed up to 13.7 inches of paper at a time. It goes up to a total sheet size of 21.25 by 31.5 inches, and it goes down to an 8.5 by 11 sheet size for feeding into the unit. And with some modifications, you can take it down to a little smaller than that as well. So what we've got here, come along here, we'll zoom in here on our scrap take up devices. This is one of the very interesting parts of this DURApro Multi, is it has dual rewinders that are clutched in the middle, so each one can run at separate speeds as needed, and the clutches are very easy to adjust. You just turn it very quickly there. And then under here is our slitting devices, so we can slit our film on the fly, and then we can get this unit up and laminating. So we'll do a quick demo of this unit laminating now. And we'll come over here and we'll do a zoom in on the screen. So I'll show you a quick overview of the screen itself. This is this screen here. You've got your main screen, your temperature setting screen, which goes over all your different heat rollers and your preheat rollers, and then your single-sided simplex metal chrome roller. And then, so the main one, you've got your speed, your paper length setting, your cut position, your the actual speed that it's running at, table up and down, and then your film tension, so it has on the screen film tension adjustment, and then you've got your cutting, you can home your cutting position, home your feeder head, and then you can see your sensors here as well. And so and it tells you where your feeder starts at and at what distance it's going to do to the next start. So we'll hit the run, and we are going to start up here laminating sheets here now live. So you'll come over. We've got this laminator now running here live. We've only running fairly quick, slow at 2 meters a minute, so 6 feet a minute, and I can easily go into the screen and adjust it to run at a faster speed. So now what we're going to show you is the laminator here trimming the sheets. This is the little automatic trimmer operating, going side to side. All right. So this is the DURApro Multi 540A laminator doing two-sided lamination, and I'll speed it up here real quick so you can see it running at a higher speed. So what we've got here, we got this unit now running at 8 meters a minute, which is, we'll be up to about 25 feet a minute here very shortly. It's just a matter of adjusting our speed here on our trimmer, and this little unit will easily be able to do everything it needs to do. So I've shut the machine down now, seeing as we have seen this unit running at 25 feet a minute, and it will easily go a much faster speed than that. DURApro Multi 540A. So our next thing will be to show you this unit doing single-sided lamination. All right, so what we've got here is a DURApro Multi again for single-sided lamination. We've got it set up. We've got our little pile of paper in here, 13 by 19 sheets of paper stacked in there. We'll come in and zoom in on the feeder, and then we'll come in and we'll show you the screen, what we do to start this unit up. What we're seeing there in the feeder is still the great deep pile feeder, the suction feed, and all the controls for keeping it from double feeding. So now here we'll go to the screen here and we'll get it running. We'll hit the run, and then we've got our cutting module there. We're just gonna let the compressor do its fill up job there. Okay, so now we've got the screen here, and we'll hit there's the run button there, shoot, and then the cutting mode over here. So let's hit run. And we'll start up our cutter. And we've got ourselves set at 10 meters a minute, which is a very good clip, but that's what this machine likes to do. Doing soft throw, single-sided laminating here with our overprintable soft throw, 10 meters a minute with our DURApro Multi 540A, running beautifully. And we can adjust the curl on the fly as needed. Just adjust it very quickly. It's right here. So I'll just add a little curl on there to make it curl downwards. In a little bit better. Excellent machine, running very well at 10 meters a minute, doing single-sided lamination. So what we've just done. What we've just done, guys, is we have done single-sided lamination at 10 meters a minute with our flying knife in operation. So we got the single-sided flying knife, so that allows it to do nylon, polyester, and OPP films very, very easily, up to 21 inches wide sheets. And it's as we noted before, it's 100% self-contained laminator, including its own air supply, easy to use operator console, and then it does all the different types of lamination that you could ever want to do. All right, so we're going to show you the DURApro Multi and what it can do here with the LAMpro digital foiling. So we've got our sheets loaded up into the feeder, and we've got some silver foil on here. That's our overprintable silver foil, so it works great with printing on another pass on top of it. There's many options that we utilize with it, and we'll just zoom up here on the feeder as we start this machine up. So what we're doing, we're doing some our digital foil sleeking, and does a great job using the simplex roller system, and it's coming out here with our rewinder on the back end here, rewinding the foil. You can see, doing a great job. This unit, as we've already spoken about, will do everything that you want for a lamination shop, and the embellishment that this thing does is absolutely phenomenal. Excellent, great quality. So it does great quality single-sided laminating, great quality two-sided lamination, and great quality embellishing. So this is the DURApro Multi 540A. Make sure you sign up and see our LAMpro session later on.
Thanks for that, Brad. We kind of jumped straight into that demo video because we were running a little late on time, but why don't we go ahead and have the panel up there give us a little overview of the Multi. So as you saw in the video, it has a lot of versatility. I think I said yesterday during the session with Andy that it's kind of like the granddaddy of the RSL 2702. So go ahead up there. Let's hear about the Multi and where it fits in the market.
Cool. Thanks for that, Bob. Yeah, I think it's good what you said about being the granddaddy of the 2702 that we demoed yesterday. Sorry, the compressor's just coming on with the machine. It does have pneumatically controlled rollers for the pressure. So yeah, this machine is, like we said, a Swiss Army knife. It can do the duplex lamination, it can do single-side lamination, and it can do the LAMpro all in one machine. And it has speed, and it's a small footprint. So yeah, you get a lot for your money with this machine. I'm sure Neil or Andy can say a few comments about it.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk laminating, we have our smaller laminators, which has, you know, everything all in one. But then as soon as we start getting into automation, where you have auto feed and trimming, is where it really splits the laminators apart to, you know, a true single-sided or a true two-sided laminator. And this one brings all of those capabilities into one machine with a very small footprint, which is definitely one of its kind, but I'm sure John has lots to talk about on it.
I think we're limited on time, Andy. It was an exciting machine to have produced, if you will, with so much input from ScanDecor. When we set out, as you mentioned, there was so much demand in the marketplace where people wanted to be able to do sleeking, but then they get all these single-sided jobs, or they do duplexing, but then they get a couple single-sided jobs. You know, when we set out in our endeavor to create this machine, it was what can fit within a relatively achievable budget, a small footprint, but checks all the boxes. And this machine does it for a very large segment of the marketplace where, you know, just like the name says, the Multi 540, you know, it takes care of so many things. The only thing that I do want to say is a disclaimer. We really relate it to the little baby, if you will, of the RSL 2702 that we demoed yesterday. That machine can do foam board mounting with its gappable roller system. This unit is not designed for mounting foam boards, etc., for that signage component. But the Multi 540, an incredible machine that fits actually a very large segment in the marketplace for those clients that maybe are currently outsourcing those larger run jobs, now can keep that in-house and do all of those functions with one versatile machine.
Like
So one thing,
sorry, go ahead, Neil.
no, so one thing that when we first made this machine, we started calling it the Dr. Seuss machine just since it was such a versatile machine and did everything that we'd wanted in a laminator but couldn't get in one single laminator. And one thing that's always impressed me with this machine is how easy it has been to use. So one of these, I went down to a client of mine and they hadn't had any experience with lamination. And they got to this machine and they had no trouble running it, which was fairly impressive for me since they obviously had no training before on lamination getting to this machine. Yet they could run it perfectly fine. It really shows how easy to use it is, even with everything that we've incorporated into it.
That's awesome. So working on the R&D of this machine, those two things. One was what Neil just said, the user experience. And we talked about this yesterday as well, but we put a lot of focus on that. So that control panel there, being able to handle everything from a digital letter size sheet up to a half sheet off your press. So very versatile, but yet have that user experience where people can walk up, run the machine, and let's say less mechanically inclined operators can be successful with it. The other thing, just speaking from a design perspective, we've been getting asked for this machine for 10 years. And one of the key features on the Multi 540 that enables us to actually do this is the heating system. So I just want to point out really quick, I'm a bit of a technical geek, but we have an amazing array of roller systems in this machine. So we actually have preheat rollers, which are critical for doing two-sided encapsulation on thick gauge films. We have preheat plates, which the film doesn't contact, but it keeps the films tacky. We have a double silicone nip at the beginning of the machine, which if both rollers are heated, that hot roll is so important for digital adhesion. And then an actual second nip in the machine that has that chrome plated roller on it with a bottom pressure roll. The chrome roller is heated as well. That's what gives us the ability to do the two-sided laminating, the thick gauge encapsulating, as well as the single-sided. So as far as I know, it is the only machine in the marketplace that incorporates a roller design like that, that enables us to do all the different types of laminating, encapsulating, thin gauge duplex, single-sided, and of course the LAMpro technology.
And not only can it do all these different applications, but it does them all well. So it's a high-speed laminator. It has up to 11.8 inches that you can fit your stock in the feed tray. So it's got a very nice large feed tray with a nice suction feeder, and it runs of speeds up to 49 feet per minute. So it's a very high quality, high speed laminator that opens up the doors for pretty much everything you throw at it for laminating and foiling.
Yeah, so that's, I think, a very good recap on the Multi. You know, just think of it, if you're that shop that wants to be able to offer everything. We've seen so much of the embellishment now and so much more to come yet in the afternoon sessions. You know, this really may be the machine that fits your level of skilled personnel, your footprint, and your budget. So I think that's a great recap on the Multi. Now we're going to present the Pod Topic 380. Might say it's our most common small format for the digital machine that can do the LAMpro technology and single-sided lamination. You can do duplex when you flip and turn. So
I think we actually have the LAMpro workshop scheduled for now.
okay.
The pod topic's going to come next, if that's all right.
All right, sorry folks.
Apologies.
Jumping ahead of myself here. So we're gonna roll into the LAMpro workshop, and then we'll do the live demonstration of that this afternoon.